All right, so I'm sitting here with Courtney Dodd. How are you doing?
It's Dold.
It's Dold.
It's okay. It's actually Courtney Cronin. Everybody gets my married name wrong. Every podcast I do, every comedy show I do, people get my married name wrong. Even people who've known me for 20 years are like, it's Courtney Cronin, dude. I'm like, it's not my name, but it's okay. It's Dold, but Courtney Cronin is fine.
I know Cronins. I know some Cronins.
Yeah, you can just call me Courtney Cronin.
Okay.
It's just easier.
All right.
It's just easier.
How about I just call you Courtney?
Yeah, or just Courtney.
Okay.
Yeah. I threw the Dold on there because my husband was like, every time I do a TV show in the credits, he's like, why don't you have my name? And I was like, okay, I'll just throw it on there because I wasn't going to change my name.
So he's like just trying to draw your coattails.
No, he's proud of me and he just.
Oh, okay. Yeah. All right. Just want to make sure that, you know.
He wants to see his name.
Yeah.
In the credits of TV shows I write for that no one watches. Yeah.
So what are you writing for that no one watches?
Well.
What shows have you written for that we wouldn't have heard of?
No, God, I feel so weird rattling off my resume, but I've done like a ton of hidden camera shows.
Oh, cool.
And I'm trying to think of a show you might have known. I used to write for Wayne Brady, and I wrote for the Wayne Brady Show, and I wrote for Jay Moore's sports show, More Sports.
Oh, yeah.
And I wrote for the sports version of The Soup called Sports Soup with Matt Eisman, who's the host of American Ninja Warrior.
Oh, yeah.
Who I write for a lot, actually. I just wrote for him for an award show, and I don't know. I've done like 30 television shows, mostly hidden camera.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But those are fun.
Those are fun. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I like those sports. I like those sports shows. Those are cool.
I do too. I like sports comedy, and it's kind of fun. I do a sports podcast with two of my good friends called Sports Without Balls.
Oh, yeah.
And I come in and talk about basketball because I love basketball. Not as much as Eric Singer. My God, does that guy know a lot about basketball?
He doesn't.
He knows every single player on every single team. I'm like,
he's not busy enough.
He knows everything. I was so blown away.
Yeah, when he pulled that out last night, I was like, I didn't even know they had another team that was called something different. And then the football thing, about the Rams moving and it being the Cleveland Rams, I had no idea.
No, we were in the car together because we were on the same flight. And so Craig and I flew in on Eric's flight, so we got to hitch a ride. Keith came to pick up Eric, so we got to get on board with that, which was so nice. And Craig's like, Eric, Courtney loves basketball, and he's like, oh. And then we just talked about basketball, but he knows everything, and we talked about it the whole car ride over, and it was really fascinating. Actually, he's so smart.
And he talks. He likes to talk.
Yeah, but he's interesting, so it's okay.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, and funny.
Very funny.
Too, yeah.
I told him that yesterday. I'm like, you were so funny in the Q&A. He's like, oh, I was like, you were fucking hilarious. Oh, can I say that?
No, it's okay. We're good.
I was like, you were so hilarious in the Q&A. It was fun.
Yep. Mm-hmm. So we met in Nashville, I think, last year. We met in Nashville?
We did, at the Rockin' Pod.
Expo. Yeah. You going again this year?
Yes.
Awesome.
Yes, and we're doing a comedy show this year.
That's going to be cool.
Yeah.
I saw that. I was like, that's going to be cool.
It is cool. I guess I can officially announce it here.
Sure.
Well,
Breaking news.
Well, there's no signed paper yet, but it's been confirmed that it'll be the Sunday after the Rockin' Pod at Zany's, and it will be myself and Earl Skakel, who's on I'm Dying Up Here on Showtime, and he's a voice of the adult, one of the voices on the adult swim show The Jellies.
Oh yeah.
And he's also a die-hard Kiss fan. His favorite Kiss member is Vinnie Vincent.
Oh.
He knows more about Vinnie Vincent than anyone I've ever met in my life.
Does he know more about Vinnie Vincent than Vinnie knows?
Probably.
Because that would be good to. There's a couple of things we should ask him about Vinnie because we have questions.
Earl is amazing. He's actually really good friends with Brent Fitz. He was the best man in Brent's wedding.
Oh, wow.
Brent's first wedding. And he's friends with Todd, and he's friends with Eric too, actually. So he's a big hockey fan, and I guess they all met at a hockey game or something. But so he's going to perform, and he's a really funny comic, and he's going to do a whole bunch of Kiss stuff, and it's going to be great. And then Craig Gass, I think, is going to be our big headliner.
Cool. Yeah, I didn't know. It's kind of funny because sometimes when people do shows and they're writing and stuff like that, you don't see who they are. So I didn't really recognize him yesterday when he was walking around.
Oh, Oh,
and then I stopped by his booth and watched him. Like, oh yeah, that dude looks familiar. After you put the name and stuff like that with it, and then he did a good job last night. So
didn't he? Cool. Yeah. He was great last night. He's so good at that. He's so good with the guys, and he's so good at moving things along. And
great Gene Simmons interview. I mean,
and the voices.
Yeah, the voice of Gene Simmons was really pretty good.
Every time he did Paul and Gene last night, the place went apeshit. But it's so good. I mean, it's spot on. It's funny. I know that's what's endeared him to the band are the impressions, and if they weren't as good as they were, and he's such a pro,
Yeah.
So I think that's really why we're here. We're here because Craig does a Gene and Paul impression, and then I do all this behind the scenes stuff that no one cares about, but. I'm working hard.
There you go. As long as you're a working girl, we'll have. No, that didn't sound right.
That's okay. If I was a working girl, I'd be making a lot more money. I'm sure there's some creepy old dudes who pay for this. I'm sure there's some creepy dudes. There he is right there, Alan.
Yeah, there. Alan's a creepy dude. And
creepy dudes.
Yeah,
I'll be at Craig Gass's booth today.
There you go. Come by and sign up.
Come by. If you wanna cut some of my hair, or
wow.
I'm just kidding. I'm trying to think of weird, creepy shit.
So doing a hair.
Yeah, if you want my gum, or
we're gonna put your gum on eBay.
Yeah, or if you want to smell my shoe, whatever.
Wow.
I'm just trying to think of weird, creepy stuff. Is this too? Have I gone too far?
No. We want you to go as far as you possibly want to go. That is not a problem for us. That's not an issue at all. What do you think about? Okay, so thinking about this, say Courtney, look right across over there.
Okay.
Do you see the Jean costume on the right?
I do.
Do you see the cod piece for the Jean costume on the right in the upper right up there?
What the hell? What the fudge? Is it hollow so you can actually stick it through?
Well, I don't know, but
that's a lot.
I was gonna say who's wearing that? And if that's Gene, that's a white guy, and I don't think that's gonna work. That's way too much space.
Oh my God, that's quite the cod piece. I'm actually speechless.
Yeah, and if that was not a cod piece, you would really be speechless if that was real. Cause
it's kind of
spooky.
It's a little graphic.
It is very graphic. It's kind of funny. We really didn't.
Did he really have one like that?
Oh, I don't think so. No, I don't. I think that's someone else's handiwork.
That's some handiwork, all right.
All right. Well, hey, you know what? We'll end this and that. How's that?
Let's end here on the cod piece.
Yeah, that sounds good. All right. So we had Courtney Cronin.
You can just say Cronin.
There we go. All right, on the show.
That's all right.
Where can they find you?
I'm on Twitter at Courtney Cronin Dold, D-O-L-D. Oh, these weren't even on the whole time. I was probably screaming into the microphone, was I?
We like it when women scream. Don't worry about it.
And then I'm on Instagram at Court Crow, COURTCRO, and I've been posting a bunch of pictures from this. And on Facebook, I've been posting stuff live for my good friend Ken Mills, who you guys know.
Yep.
And Ken could not be here, and I want him to feel like he's here. So I've been posting like a mad woman, mostly for Ken.
Cool. Well, we missed the Podfather.
Yeah. He's a good guy.
He's a good guy.
Best guy ever. All right. Well, thank you. It was good to see you.
Thanks a lot. See you.